On tonight's episode, everything is still on fire.
Everybody's getting stoned in Texas.
We're gonna tell you the most extreme way to get rid of bed bugs. Hint, fire.
George Burns is back, baby.
I don't know who's in charge of Spirit Airlines, but they should be fired.
I don't know. Can I get a witness?
All this and more on Your Weekly Concern! Oh, thanks for tuning in. I'm Taylor Conley.
Color me concerned.
And to start things off...
Or red.
Red.
Or green.
Yeah, anyways. This week in explosions. A truck full of women's deodorant cans got into an accident and, well, exploded. And apparently smelt delightful. And yet, sounded like a war zone at 5 a.m. Everyone survived. They all just had a weird start to their day.
Well, that's just in. Our crack research team has followed up on a story we brought to you last week, and we found out that they're shooting Rob Schneider into space, where he belongs.
One small step for man and one huge step for Rotten Tomatoes.
He's the worst.
In California, someone is selling squallets for $30, offering to do googly eyes, wacky haircuts. What concerns me the most here is that someone looked at a squirrel and said, I could put my credit cards in there, maybe some loose change, some Q-tips. That's a good idea. Brilliant. Brilliant. What?
I'm not sure if that's what they mean by a murder of crows. But either way, fix your stupid fence.
I think the story comes from Michigan, where a woman had found bed bugs in her car and then torched them and set herself on fire. Now, when I first read this, I thought she was already in the car, saw the bed bug and said, kill it with fire, and then went ham. That was not the case. In fact, she had lit her car off, rubbed it in alcohol, just dosed it in rubbing alcohol, set it ablaze and walked away, but not far enough. Anyways, this mass murderer is still alive with second-degree burns.
All this proves that Michigan is the Florida of the rest of America.
Is it? Is that how that works? I don't...
Well, for those of you playing along at home, this settles it. Bears do, in fact, shit in the woods. I mean, some creep over here took a picture of it. And I guess we're showing it. Anyway, in related news, we have found a dildo-wielding crab that is clearly the reincarnation of George Burns.
Well, on an update on the fires from last week, I know it's only been a week, but guess what? Everything is still on fire. California, Oregon, Brazil, Italy, and I gotta say, the photography is amazing. I mean, look at these shots. Listen, look, running for their lives. Goats are about to be burned, but someone said, wait, I need to take the shot. Good job. Good job. Fire.
Single-cell Borgs have been found in the mud in California. Now, they have massive strings of blank DNA that befuddled scientists can't figure out what the hell it does. But rest assured, concerned citizens, it's not going to affect you because the way things are going, those fuckers are going up in flames.
2 Americans flying to Canada got fined $16,000 each for trying to pass off fake vaccination cards. So, that's good. Canada calls it the stupid tax. That's right, flying is a nightmare right now. Spirit Airlines had to cancel half their flights last week, leaving thousands of people stranded. And if you fly Frontier and act like an asshole, you're gonna get duct taped to a chair. Now, in this flight attendant's defense, he did quote to say that the man smelt like a carton of Marlboro cigarettes, booze, and regret. And probably deserved it. In fact, that Frontier flight attendant deserves a raise for management. Back to you, Andy.
An elderly woman fell into concrete and couldn't get up. I'm sure her drug-addicted caretaker had absolutely nothing to do with this. But either way, it just proves the old saying that old people are terrible at masonry.
Is that an old saying? Concrete?
Oh yeah,
masonry?
It's right there.
A late night fight broke out at Joe's Pizza in Vodka Soderbergh, Brooklyn. All because, well, one could assume that they didn't want pineapple on their pizza.
The way they reacted, almost like they found mayonnaise on that fucking pizza.
Right?
An actor dressed as Sasquatch showed up at a 6-year-old's birthday party and, well, scared the bejesus out of everybody. Now, we know for a fact this was no actor because we've got the real deal right here to tell his side of the story. Sasquatch? Sasquatch, is it true you showed up to a child's party wearing a tutu and a bow? And you knew these were, children, right? I mean, what the hell were you thinking, Sasquatch? She was 6 years old!
Oh no, Sasquatch, I don't think this is really your fault. I mean, you were hired to do a job. You just did your job. That's all.
UFO hunters have claimed to have found a base in Antarctica where aliens have been holed up for years. And now that they're discovered, Wilford Brimley gives us approximately 27,000 hours until we are all assimilated.
After years of debate, the Cleveland Indians have finally changed their name. Unfortunately, they changed it to the Cleveland Guardians, and apparently no one fact-checked to know that the Cleveland Guardians already exist. In fact, they're a male roller derby team. That's right, I said male roller derby team. They already have the website, the Twitter, the Instagram, everything. Needless to say, this is the biggest payday in male roller derby history.
A 5,000-year-old Zabul priestess's corpse was recently uncovered, and it had a prosthetic eye. Which means, of course, one of you is going to steal this eye and curse us all for the rest of our stupid, stupid existence. Which of you is it going to be? You, or you? Taylor?
Wait, was that like back to me, or are you accusing me of getting the curse?
No.
I know, that's why I'm having this Alright, let's see what
happens.
happens.
Cursed boy.
Alright, that clarifies it. And the practical joke of the year award goes to whoever made this sign in front of a house, because, well, it actually kind of looks like a group project if you look, because like the handwriting on this half looks a little different than the one on this half. But anyways, good job. Hope he's a dick.
In Texas, the only way to stop a bad guy with a gun is to throw rocks at him until he dies.
Let that be a lesson to the weird kid who, when you play rock, paper, scissors, they're like, gun, rock.
Well, it's not so... He'll win if he has a real gun.
Well, concerts are going to look a little different this year. Offspring had to replace their drummer because he's unvaccinated and, well, actually doctor recommended due to complications from COVID earlier in the year. Charlie Watts is not playing with the Rolling Stones for a few weeks because he had some ominous, mysterious procedure that we don't really know about. Is it Dr. Clapton? We might find out later. Shinedown is canceling their tour, so that's good. And in other good news, Limp Bizkit is canceling their tour due to COVID concerns. But my main concern about Limp Bizkit is, what the hell happened to Fred Durst? It's probably been about 15 years since I seen him, but Jesus, who is this guy? He looks like he's 2 years away from a broken hip and rolling in a wheelchair.
Well, at least Rudy Sarzo's back in Quiet Riot.
Okay.
And finally, climate change wants to eat you. That's right, flesh-eating parasites are now moving on up to the civilized world now that it's good and swamp ass up here all the goddamn time. And there's nothing you can do about it. Because none of this matters. We're all doomed!
Yep. Well, thanks for tuning in. See you next week.
We're all gonna die! Where's Sasquatch?
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends, show your moms, show your dad.
Oh, I'd like to show your dad.
Yeah, he'd like to show your dad. Come on, hang out with your dad.
You don't pay enough attention to your dad.
No one does. Specifically your dad.
Especially your mom. Sounds like a motorcycle just powered by farts. Oh, and there's his little pal.
Yeah.